sharing once we get on here.
Yeah, and then what happened was then I backed up, and then next thing you know, we're on.
Really?
Hey, how are you, man?
I am well, my friend.
Dear brother, what is going on?
It's good to see it, dude. It's been like
it's been way too long, and I hope we have. Let's see if we have.
Well, we don't have to get some shares in here, and then we'll get going.
Okay.
All right. Let's do everything Delco. Tell you what, my computer's been slow. Come on. There we go.
Hey, since we're on topic for the show, are you there? Yes, Joel, barely I am here.
That was my wake up. My wake up.
I didn't. Hey, Tara's on. Good morning, Tara.
Morning, Tara.
Brad, how's Brad feeling today? Brad was a little down yesterday, I think. Got a shot 2 days
after the. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about shots today.
Yes. And I've got some good news too. So,
okay.
Why don't we grab our coffee and start the show?
Give me 1 second here. I want to share it too. My computer again is working super slow. My second computer over here is working super slow. I just want to make sure we share it because it's kind of odd. The announcement that I send out, Keith.
Yes.
That is not where the live stream comes from. It's kind of strange since I'm going through this third-party app.
Do you have? Good morning, Barbara. Themis. I think that's Themis. Is that Papa Themis? I think it is. How are you, man? Miss you, buddy. Joel, I just got on our feed. Our niece, our eldest niece, is birthday today. Maybe you can tag her if she's up and about. Maybe she can.
We'll do a little shout out to Kirsten.
Yeah. I wonder how old Kirsten is today. Let's ask Aunt Linda. She'll know. Oh, it's younger Themis. You used to have the third next to your name, Themis. How are you doing? Give everybody a hug. Okay, we ready to go? I think we got enough of an audience here.
We are ready to get going.
Yeah.
All right, here you go, brother. Get your coffee.
Okay. You're back in a second.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smackin' Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Slenderman.
Yeah, there we go.
That's good. Younger Themis. Hey, Joe, we've got quite a diverse audience. We've got lawyers, we've got nurses, we've got teachers.
Yes, we do.
We've got entrepreneurs, we've got clergy.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a diverse crowd here. So
we go from Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Florida to Texas.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, we're nationwide. It's amazing how many people have so little to do on a Saturday morning.
Let's go through some of the comments.
Welcome back. You've been welcome back, all of us.
It's been a while. It's been about 3 weeks. Happy belated Easter.
Oh, right, Easter.
It's been 2 weeks since then. So my story is that I needed to be up here at the Mountain House last week, where I am now. But we had some work to do, so I figured we'll take another week off to make sure I can get some work done in the early hours on Saturday morning. Which
do you have any snow up there in the last couple of days?
Well, funny you should ask that, Keith. Let's see what I woke up to yesterday morning. And again, my computer has chosen the wrong time over here to just kind of slow way down. Not sure why that is. Keith, can you do me a favor and turn your volume down just slightly over there?
What's that? He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it.
Is that what you wanted, brother?
Yes, that's what I wanted.
Okay. Anyway, my computer is like frozen up, so I can't show you the picture of that one. Which it kind of includes like the rest of our show that I needed to show.
Well, why don't you shut it down and
yeah, I guess I could do that.
yeah, shut it down. We'll vamp for a little bit. And Sophia, good morning, Sophie. How's everybody at the old homestead?
So I want to go through some of these comments, Keith. Younger Themis. Morning, Sophia. So Brad was saying that he broke his fever, slept the day and night away, feeling better. So how long did you have a fever, Brad? Was it just a day, 2 days, or something like that? Barbara?
Well, Joel, you got your
vaccine.
Right now, Brad had trouble finding us.
Yeah, and I don't know what that's all about either.
Well, we got to give our buddy Mark a call again. You know, I think he's avoiding us because we're getting popular now. We're coast to coast, and I think he's a little nervous.
We are competition, right?
Well, I guess you can call it that. That's a word. We're something. Just today. Okay, that's good. Well, I've got some good news, my dear friend Barbara. What you have to do, being that I don't get up early enough, you need a friend that gets up early with the sun or birds or whatever, and goes on to Rite Aid and checks every day. So Barbara did that for me. She called me this morning, and I got an appointment for Tuesday at 10:15.
For you?
For me, yes. Yeah, Barbara's got both of hers. And I applied for one through the Chester County Health Board or whatever, and they gave me one for the end of May. It's like, man, I'd like to have my second one by the end of May. So
right.
I talked to a couple doctors and people, and they just said you just got to keep hitting up these Rite Aids. As soon as they get she said the doctor I was talking to said you go talk to the people at the Rite Aid and find out when their deliveries are, and whenever they get the deliveries, people line up, then they fill the. So I got a shot a month early, so
nice.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, good for you.
So kind of yes.
Now my little thing about the shot thing is I got the Johnson & Johnson about a month ago, right?
Right.
So just recently, what was it, last week now, they paused the Johnson & Johnson rollout.
Right.
Due to 6, I believe it's 7 now, and I believe probably the number's up a little bit higher of blood clots that have happened after the Johnson & Johnson shot. So out of an abundance of caution, they are pausing this vaccine. So it's, essentially 1 in a million at this point, 1 in roughly a million have had.
Yeah, it is pretty low, but still it's.
So on the one hand, it's it's reassuring that they're pausing this to kind of double check this and look into it.
Right.
But honestly, and I'm in the clear, but the more you read about some of these things, you're like, oh boy, what? But they're still investigating. Some other things that happened before the Johnson & Johnson shot came out with one of these other shots. For instance, the doctor in Florida who died after getting his, I don't know if it was Moderna or the Pfizer shot. He died about 2 weeks after he got it. Now, doctors and professionals will tell you that people die unexpectedly every single day.
Right. What were his underlying condition?
Yeah, for unexplained reasons.
Right.
People often, heart attacks often happen in the morning. Yet people don't blame breakfast for the heart attack. But it is a natural, if something happens bad right after you get a COVID shot, then naturally people are going to think that it was because of the shot.
Yes.
And they're still investigating a lot of these things. A lot of the particular issues, they have come out and said that there was no relation. So,
right.
You got to, I guess, you got to have faith in that it's been tested well, which I think those tests have, from what I've read and the professionals that I read about. And then you also have to have faith that the research after when these complaints or these issues arise, that they're putting in the time for that as well, which I feel like they are. So let me just go ahead and type in my name here. So how are you feeling, Keith, about?
I'm excited. I've always got and I think I told you I got my shingles shot this year, which again, my friend Barbara really stressed that I should get it. And, the consequences of having shingles seem to be lifelong and very, very painful. So I just have faith in the doctors that they know more about this than I do. I'm not real spiritual kind of person, so I don't believe in a lot of, something out there will keep me safe. I think we're evolving to keep ourselves safe, and that's what we got to do. Something came through on our system at work that we can take off a day and it's sick day, of course you can, but it's the ones that we're out with COVID. It's a special kind of sick that doesn't impact your sick time.
Right.
So, and I've got a couple days off this week, and I guess I'm hoping maybe Wednesday will be another day I can just lay around and not do much. So,
nice.
That's I want to get it over and done with. Not that I'm going to go out and start, hanging out at a bar with 9,000 people. I never did that too much anyway. I like kind of being by myself, but I would like to be protected, and I think it's a good idea to do it.
Yeah, and again, there is no, there's no guarantee that you're not going to get you're not going to get the virus, but hopefully if you do get it, it will be not quite as, drastic.
Hey, Joe. Yes, right.
Not had the shot. Yeah.
Right.
So Brad's saying the anti-vaxxers are just looking for any reason to put down the vaccines. I agree. I think there's just going to be that crowd.
Yeah.
Even though it is the Trump scene,
something. Right.
Yes. So I read something yesterday. Melania Trump got her vaccine, and it was photographed and publicized and all that. And then people were writing in, how could you? You're a traitor, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Yes. Yes.
It's
traitor. Wait till they find out she's not wasn't born in America. I mean, oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be horrible?
Right.
All those people find out she's not a Native American.
Michael said, today. I kept waiting to get my shingles shot because my insurance wouldn't cover it. Huh. Interesting. How about did you?
Yes. And it's funny. Michael says that, when I went in and got it, whatever those people, are. Yeah. She came in and she's like, oh, well, you have really good insurance because it covered it completely. So I guess that it's not common to.
Got it. Right.
And I don't know what it would have been, but she seemed kind of surprised that my insurance covered it. So
yeah. I have not gotten a shingles shot yet, and but I do know one person who had the shingles, and he, it really took a toll on him. So
yes,
that's probably something I need to check into.
And I've always gotten flu shots, and I've heard from so many people that they won't get the flu shot because when they go into the doctors, they get the flu, or when they go to get the shot, they get the flu. And, every doctor I've ever talked to said you can't get the flu from the shot. If you were sick, you were sick before you came into the doctor to get.
Right.
And, I tend to believe the doctor more than I believe people that aren't doctors that aren't.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's the thing about the COVID shot as well, that they're not using a live, I forget what it's called, a live virus, right? When they put it in, it's
right.
It's
yes.
So there's no possible way to get it from the shot. So, anyway.
All right, now let's just break in a minute here, Themis. Now, here, what do you have? 2 accounts. This is Themis Galanis III, which I thought we were just talking to. Let's go back here a minute. What's that's on YouTube. Okay, all right. Hey, you learn something new every day. So, Michael, $300 for the shots. Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah. So I guess Mike and I are the same age, so we better make sure we get that.
Yeah. Now I don't know why. Well, there was something in my blood test. Your prostate or something. I can't remember what it was. Something had to do with your prostate in the blood test that I was taking that the insurance company doesn't cover now, and it was like $300. And I'm like, well, what's going on? And they say that test for that blood thing doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get it, but it was a bit of a shocker when you think something's going to be paid for. Next thing you know, it's
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, Keith, moving on.
Yes, let's move on.
I apologize, folks. I cannot get my other computer to start.
Oh goodness, Joel.
Now it's back on now, but it is the last time something like this happened, Keith, was when we had Bob Miller on our guest.
Oh, back
over the summer, and all of a sudden I had to switch computers on you. It's just
that's the pitfalls of going live. These shows, these live, evening shows aren't live. They're recorded live. We, ladies and gentlemen, are live.
All right, let me
what's that? So anyway, let's talk about your house for a little bit. What's going on up there at the house?
Well, interestingly enough, yeah, I'm here. Let's see, what did I do? We did have snow yesterday, which I wanted to show you a picture that yesterday morning we had snow. And let's see, if you ever have a new shower head put in and your shower is not running really strong, I don't know if you've ever had that issue, Keith.
Yes, well, my shower never runs strong.
But there is a flow restrictor in a shower head when you buy it.
Right.
And I had to take these out at home too. And I forgot about the shower here, but I got in a shower last week and it came out more of like a mist. You ever take a shower and it's like the water's coming out, but you can't really tell that.
You feel damp, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, man. So yesterday when I got up here, the first thing I did, or Friday when I got up, Thursday when I got up here, the first thing I did was take that shower head apart and pull out the flow restrictor, put it back on. And now that water comes out like a jet. Now I have to figure out how to maybe reduce the flow.
So you just have it on and off. You don't have.
Correct. It's one of the, you turn it on. Yeah. Yeah. So I know there's got to be a, valve somewhere, maybe on the cartridge, maybe back in the wall that I can maybe adjust that.
You should have all on and off valves in the wall, on the pipe somewhere you can
make that adjustment. Yeah. Yeah. So it was pretty amazing, the difference there. So,
I always took them out of my house because we had well water and, it's like water's the cheapest.
Yeah. Well, when you're working on a pump, you have a pump anyway, right? So your pressure's not.
It isn't great, right?
Yeah. So, that's, let's see what else I did some shelves. Our kitchen is just about done. We had the electrician come in and put in baseboard heating throughout. And let's see what we had some roof work done because we had a little leak. Okay. What else? So all these little items, even though they're costing, we get the proposal and we say, oh, that's not, it's not too bad of a price for that. Those things just start adding up, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Those little not so bad. Oh, and here's the other thing. We had a plumber come this past week because there was a filter on our water system. It comes out of the tank, and there's a filter that you need to change. Well, I went to change it last week when I was here. You turn it off at the top, and then you have to unscrew the canister thing that holds the filter.
Right.
Well,
yes.
Of course, when I go to turn that, it probably hadn't been taken off in years, right? So this filter is probably, 3 years past when it was supposed to be changed.
Right. Right.
I turn that casing, the entire plumbing moves around it, including the big water tank. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it started leaking.
Of
So,
course.
so I thought, fortunately, I did that on Sunday and we were getting, kind of ready to leave anyway. So I thought, all right, I'm glad I waited to Sunday. So I said, you know what? I got a plumber coming in this week anyway. I'm going to leave him a note. Can you please take care of this? So he did. We took it all apart, repiped it, resituated, so it's a little bit easier for me to get to. But it was another expense.
Yeah.
Like $700.
Are your pipes? Are they copper or are they PVC?
Most of them are copper. Some of them are PEX.
Yes. Yep.
And that's what he replaced PEX with now. So
that's like kind of garden hose looking at reinforced.
Yeah, and then here's the other thing is that right now, currently, I'm in the job of trying to get I want to install our clothes washer, right? Well, of course, the cold water will not come off, and it's kind of back there in the wall. I pull it, turn it, nothing. I put WD-40 on it last night, let it sit overnight, nothing. So now I got to get my my all-purpose tool in there to cut. And let me tell you, the all-purpose tool blade that cuts wood, it does not cut metal. And I discovered that this morning. So I got to run down to Ace and get a metal blade.
It's like a reciprocating saw? Is that what you're talking about?
No. One of those multi-purpose tools. It has a little blade on it that goes, it's a reciprocating saw is real big, right?
Well, yeah.
Right. No, this is the multi-purpose tool that has a little blade on it like that, and it just oscillates back and forth.
Oh, okay.
You can do everything with them. They're really.
Well, you have to get a specific.
But the blade that I have is for wood, and I need it because what I need to do, it's just got that, it's kind of like a garden hose attachment, right? Well, that's all rusted there. So I need to get the blade to cut it and then get my screwdriver in there and pry it apart. And that's what they did on YouTube, and it worked. So.
Oh, without messing up the actual the fitting on the pipe.
Yeah, well, I figure there's two things here. I could call the plumber to do it. I know that. Or I could try it myself, and one result is that it works and I don't mess up the threads. The second result is I got to call the plumber anyway. So
right. It won't cost you any more. It might be 10 minutes less of him working.
So either way, it's not going to affect the actual shutoff. So I'm not worried about that. So it's just one thing, Lisa. Apparently the water here is very acidic, so it will kind of corrode and really do damage to the pipes. Wherever there's like a little tiny drip or a little leak or something like that, it'll really mess up the fitting. So
that's not hard necessarily. It's acidic. I don't know what.
So we might be looking at a water softener system for this house as well.
Yeah, geez.
Which
that's all something. So you have any? When are we going to put this on the?
Who knows?
When can I rent it? You open by Memorial Day or?
Well, Dot and Dave are coming up for a night because they have to be in the area for something else. They're going to come up overnight in May at some point. So they're going to be our first review.
Okay.
So, soon and very soon, it's going to be, just a couple more things here and there. We'll be ready to run out.
You're going to get a property manager, aren't you, to do that? People or
that is my hope, and that's what I'd like to do. But Stephanie seems to think that she can do the renting. And, as far as the cleaning, she still thinks at this point that she's going to come up and clean. And I'm like, when are you going to come up and clean? But so we got to figure that part out.
Right. Well, more importantly, things like if the toilet breaks at midnight, I mean, do you have
I know
people
what
like
mean.
that?
Yeah.
Sorry? Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. That's, for Collingdale, we have our property manager.
Right.
He gets the phone call when the boiler doesn't come on or
the
toilet overflows.
Right.
Our car drives into the property. He gets the call at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get those calls 2 hours away.
2 hours away. Right.
We can do.
Right. Yes.
But I completely agree with you.
Well, what else is going on today? There's a funeral happening right now. Prince Philip. The
Is that
longest
true? Is that
running.
going on right now?
Yeah, 9:30. I think it started, or starting around now or something. The longest consort, prince, consort, regent, consort living. So it was the queen, the longest living queen in English history. 99 years old.
Yeah,
Had a good run.
Pretty amazing.
Amazing.
I
always liked it. He had a good attitude. He kind of like did his own thing, and he did a lot of good stuff too. But he stuck his foot in it now and then, but he didn't never apologize for anything. He was the way he was.
Honestly, I don't really keep up with all that, so I was kind of surprised that this guy was 99 years old to begin with.
Yeah. Well, Elizabeth, she's got to be. She's not 99. I guess she's in her 90s. These people live forever. So
yeah.
Used to have
all right. Keith, I also wanted to mention. I have to reopen like every site that I had open. We'll save some of those. I had some crazy news stories for us and all that, but I did want to mention that since driving on the turnpike coming up to here, I've noticed that there are absolutely no more toll takers.
Oh, really?
At the the booths, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed this a long time ago, and I wanted to mention it. As it turns out, back in June. The Turnpike Commission was going to essentially go completely automated by fall of 2021.
Okay.
But since COVID happened, back in June, I think they gave all of their employees like a 2-week notice or something like that they're all just going to be terminated.
Wow.
In 2 weeks or so. So within a month, the board met, this, that, and other thing. And because the automated system, the Easy Pass, and we knew that was coming, right? I mean,
right. Yes. Yeah.
With Easy Pass, it was coming, and they did too, but it was, it was going to be over a course of a year.
Right.
So that those people could get retrained for other state jobs. But back in June, now this is of course when, George Floyd protests were happening. The election issues were
right.
going on.
Yeah.
And somewhere in there in the news that got lost was that all turnpike toll takers were fired or laid off, we'll say. So I do want to bring that up. It's a shame because that's like, I think that says like over 500 people, which to me sounds like kind of a low number, but about 500 people, due to COVID, it was going to happen eventually. But due to COVID, they lost their job almost a year before they were expecting to. So, so now we go on the turnpike, even if you don't have Easy Pass. Now, here's another situation, Keith. I just got Easy Pass for my car back in, let's say, December.
Wow.
I had been going, we have one for Stephanie's car. That's what we do generally when we're all together.
Right.
But for my car, I didn't have one. So I had been coming up here on the turnpike, which is about it's about $11 in tolls, or so, somewhere in there. I had been going up and back in my car from essentially August up to December, January, whenever I got my Easy Pass, and I have not received a bill from the turnpike yet.
You mean the? This is before you got your Easy Pass. You're
Correct.
Talking about the they take a picture of your
exactly, and they said no Easy Pass, no worries, we'll send you a bill.
Right.
I have yet to receive a bill for any of my pre-Easy Pass trips.
Wow.
So, do you think they've forgotten? Do you think they weren't taking the picture? What do you think? I mean, when am I going to get this bill?
Yeah, you'll get a bill in 10 years, and you'll have $1,000 of interest on it.
Yeah, something like that. So. Steph and I thought that maybe since my car was actually, it was registered to the Easy Pass that we currently had, meaning I could put that Easy Pass into my car and it's fine. We thought that maybe it was going to that account, but it wasn't. There's no records on my Easy Pass that indicate charge it to our account for that.
Nah, it'll just take forever. You'll get a bill. They were talking about that sometime. Maybe it was during the COVID.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
when they first something about the bridge going over to Jersey and back, and they weren't doing they were only sending you the bill, because I guess the people weren't at the toll booths there. And these people were getting ridiculous bills. Of course, I mean they have to know what they're paying, but they got the bill all at once. It was hundreds and hundreds of dollars and all this stuff. Yeah. So that's probably what's going to happen. You'll get a get it all at once. And
yeah, I would assume. Now, I would assume it would be monthly.
I would think so. Yeah.
Are they going to wait a year? I mean, maybe they'll wait an entire year, and I'll get the bill, in like August.
Yeah, you may. It may take that long.
So, which is fine. I'll pay whatever they want me to pay, or for whatever I use the Turnpike for. But I'm certainly not going to be paying interest.
Here's something I heard. My Easy Pass was hooked up to my Ford Ranger, which is a compact truck. I'm not sure it might not even be considered a real truck. I'm not sure. But my truck now is a full size, half ton or whatever you call that. And I think when you register them, you pay according to the size of your car. Like a pickup truck costs more to go than your sedan to go through. So I think I should really be paying more than I am to go through, but I haven't changed it yet.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize. I thought passenger cars, like from your truck down to my car, were essentially the same thing.
Yeah, I thought so too, but and I'm not sure. This is all stuff I've heard from other people, but I had heard that that the truck costs a little bit more than just a smaller, like an SUV or something like that.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And then I'm wondering, I want to get one for my motorcycle, and then I was thinking of just using the one for my truck and taking that with me. But I'm wondering if motorcycles they charge you a little bit less.
Yeah, well, I think it's definitely less for a motorcycle, because I know when going through the toll on a motorcycle, it was less than a car.
Okay.
So,
I should get a designated one for the motorcycle. That way it's.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because I have my motorcycle on the Easy Pass that we have.
You just take it out of the car. Yeah.
I've never used it. I've never been on a Turnpike with it,
Right.
I have it on the list of vehicles. So.
Right. Well, I was going to go when I went down to Linda's for Easter. I went and hope we're not putting everybody to sleep here. This is riveting.
Yes.
Talk here. But anyway, I was going to go through go over the bypass or whatever that is, and I was going to use that mail thing, but I was afraid that without having any proof, I didn't want to get a ticket sent to me for $100, so I just went around the long way and did it. So,
well,
next time
the last point on this, Keith, before we move on, when a few years ago, Steph, we go up to New Hampshire and all that for vacation quite often.
Right, yeah.
And when we came back through New York, I think it was the George Washington Bridge or something like that. It took a picture of our license plate, and within a week we got the bill. So that's why I'm wondering, that was New York. Within a week or 2 weeks, whatever it was, we got a bill for, whatever the toll was.
Right.
So that's why I was, I'm just kind of curious as to why.
Yeah, but I can't imagine, like Brad said, I can't imagine they forgot or not forgot, or there was a glitch or something.
Right.
It's possible the cameras weren't on. It's possible, but
okay, Keith,
give it another 9 months.
See, I got the trivia up here. At least let's do the trivia.
Yeah, let's do that. We're getting a little long here,
and then we'll get out of here, because again, Keith, even though we had absolutely nothing to talk about and I couldn't get anything to work on this other
day's half over. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get to my screen share.
Okay.
And we'll do trivia, and then we'll come back, do some jokes, and then we'll take care of the trivia answers. All right, my friends out there in Smack and Jack land, I need for you to get ready to type in your answers here. Keith, you want to go ahead and read?
Sure. On the periodic table, which element has an atomic weight of 1.00794? Am I still too loud?
No, you're fine.
I could hear it. Okay, that's number one. Number two is Love on the Rocks. It's written by Neil Diamond and Gilbert Berceau. That appeared in what 1980 drama film? Oh, I remember the movie, the song.
So that was number two, folks.
Yeah, 1980. That's you're going back 41 years now, kids. The traditional Peruvian dish koi is made with what animal? Koi. Used to date somebody that was very coy. Wasn't fun. The Amazing Race, that's number three. Is that correct, Joel?
Yeah, we're on to number four now.
No, we're on number four. The Amazing Race is an American reality competition show in which originally aired in what? This is definitely not grammatically correct. You're going to have Stephanie read these things through because I know I have trouble reading, but that does not sound right to me. Am I right or am I wrong? The Amazing Race is an American reality competition show in which originally aired in what year? That originally aired in
Yeah,
what
we don't
year?
need the word in there.
In which? Right.
So
Which
right,
okay.
originally aired in what year? Yeah.
Gives me another reason not to like that stupid show.
Man. Periodic table?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, Love on the Rocks. For what drama film? Traditional Peruvian dish. It's made from what animal? With what animal? And The Amazing Race is an American reality which originally aired in what year? We will come back to all that great fun in just a minute. Keith, let's do a couple jokes and we'll get back to our trivia.
Yeah, let's liven this up a little bit.
We are losing our viewership quickly.
Apparently it only takes 20 minutes to fashion a noose out of a common household.
I'll tell you this,
we'll
man.
Be better
I'm
next
not
week.
sure if I blame those people for leaving. All right. What does winter fat turn into?
What?
Spring rolls.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Spring rolls. I got a few of them. How do you make a waterbed bouncier?
How?
Fill it with spring water.
Oh, good.
How do you know flowers are friendly?
How?
They always have new buds. We're done. We're done with jokes. All right, Steve, let's get back to our trivia, okay? So that we can salvage our show here.
Yeah. All right, let's read them. I'll try reading them again here. This is number one on the periodic table. Which element has an atomic weight of 1.00794? Anybody got that?
Let's see. I don't know if we see any answers here. I don't think PennDOT's the answer for this one, but let's find out. Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Oh, I was going to say that too.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Love on the Rocks is a song written by Neil Diamond and Gilbert whatever that appeared in what 1980 drama movie? All I can think of is I can't even think of the name of the thing now. So what?
All right. And again, I'm pretty sure it's not PennDOT, but it could be The Jazz Singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. That's the one I was trying to think of. Yeah. All right. Traditional.
All right. What the traditional Peruvian dish koi is made with what animal?
Answer is guinea pig. No, that would be Charlie.
Oh,
no. Go dig Charlie.
Well, they both ended up in the same.
Yeah, I guess so.
The Amazing Race is a American reality competition show which originally aired in what year? I'm gonna hold on a second. 1990. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know. 2001.
Oh,
wow, you're close, Keith. You are the closest of all of us.
Yes. Well, it was between that and PennDOT.
All right, Keith. I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little research next week and come up with some funny stuff. And we were off our game a little bit. everybody's got down days. I do want to bring up my glasses, which these are my cheaters. And maybe by next week I'll have an answer as to why I can't see out of the ones I paid $400 for.
Are you still having issues with them?
I'm still having issues. I called them last week and I said, I gotta, what do I do? Do I just throw these in a drawer until I get my next prescription? Or I said, I don't have any time until next week to go in. So they said, no, we'll just mark it down, and when you get time, stop on by. And
okay.
So, but they said, it takes you a while to get used to them, blah, blah, blah. But I was noticing the other day when I was in my truck, the two gauges, there's tachometer and speedometer, and I couldn't see both of those gauges in focus without moving my head. No matter where I looked on the, the top, the bottom, the middle, whatever, I couldn't see both of them without moving my head. That doesn't sound right. Does that sound right to you, Joel?
No.
I mean,
although I've never had. You have bifocals now, right?
Yeah, transitions, which is actually, they call them trifocals because they transition from the top to the bottom. Right. But still, no matter where I put them, like I said, no matter what part of the glasses I was looking through, I couldn't see both of them in focus without moving my head.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. It's been so long since I've gotten a pair of glasses. Well, actually, the one pair of glasses I do have is for driving, but it's a very light prescription. So, I
wanted to get it. I guess I should have just gotten a distance pair and then used my readers but I didn't want to have two pairs of, this the problem with these stupid readers here.
Well, what do you need your distance pair for?
Probably not. I mean, it's going a little. My distance is going a little bit, and maybe driving at night. The the lights are a little blurry, fuzzy, or whatever. But I don't really need it.
If you go that route, I would recommend getting two pairs, right? Because I just keep mine in the car.
Yeah,
and I use them. I use them like right now. It's cloudy and drizzly. I'll use them during the day in this weather and at night. I could drive without them probably whenever, but I like wearing them. I would maybe suggest that. That way you just have a pair in the car.
Right.
And then a pair at your shop or, something you can keep in your pocket or something.
Right. Yes.
Reading, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Well, luckily they replace them. They will replace the lenses every year. Then every 2 years you can get a new pair of glasses, but I can just go to Pearl and they always have 2 for 1 or,
Right.
Just get something. So pretty cheap.
All right, folks.
All right.
We're done.
I guess we won't have to talk about that next week because I was telling you we were going to talk about it next week, and I talked about it for the last 10 minutes. So now I'm going to have to come up with something to talk about next week.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, folks. We had this little kind of a news segment. We've done it before, but some strange news stories that I thought were kind of funny but strange and true that I want to share with you. And
well, we'll do it next week.
We'll do it next week.
All the ducks in a row. Like I said, we're a little rusty. We haven't been around for a couple of weeks, and I do appreciate everybody for stopping by. So let's get going. Everybody's got stuff to do. We got to get some more coffee going. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you next week. And remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. And we'll see you on the next Smack and Jack Live. See you guys.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Jack up your knees, smack in the face. Check it out, smack in the face. Jack up your knees, smack in the face. Jack it up, smack in the face. Jack up your income, smack in the face.